Silver Skull Gamer here. Trying to get this video in quick while I am home alone. So, been waiting on this package for a while. It's from my favorite company. I not love to hate, more that would be more like Games Workshop. It's hate to love. I don't know. It's just it's a Puppets War order. Hopefully this order is going to be better casting quality than the average stuff. I've reviewed a lot of Puppets War stuff. I love a lot of their concepts and designs. It's just, unfortunately, in the actual execution of the casting, they start to fall short. So let me show you what I got. And normally my last couple orders have been real good as far as like time of order, shipping, and all that. The shipping was actually very fast on this order again. The problem was it took them a month to actually ship it. I finally, after like right at 4 weeks, I sent an email and was like, "Hey, where's my order?" And then the next day, I got a shipping notification. So I guess they responded quickly to my inquiry, but I feel like I shouldn't have had to, send the email in the first place. But stuff happens. Okay, I kind of forgot that I got a lot. This is a lot of bits, but let's just start with what you guys would actually be interested in. And so far, looking through the bag, this is some pretty nice looking stuff, but we shall see. Dun dun dun. Whoop. Are we focused? Yeah. Oh, we lost it. We lost it. Okay. They are Ripper bodies, aka destroyers. Let's pull this focus in. Bam! I love these models. I love the design. I know a lot of people hate the armored loincloth, but I think these are probably the best Terminator alternate models I have ever seen. They have the really future um, tech style. It just looks more. I don't know what it is. There's a lot more detail than Terminator armor, and it seems more plausible. Like, um, it seems like somebody could actually fit in these suits the way they're made. Kind of unlike Terminator armor. But this cast is pretty nice. Um, look at the front. I mean, we got some flash on the foot here, but that's scraping away fairly easy. There's a little. Oops, sorry. Maybe I have too much light. There we go. You can see it there. There's some. There's some. It's not perfectly smooth. There's some mold line issues coming down the leg here, but you know what? I'm not going to complain too much. What I'm looking to see is where detail has been destroyed by bubbles. That's usually what happens with my stuff with these guys. Let's try to a little too much light. But so far, it's just some light flashing, and there is a mold line again. But this piece right here is pretty nice. I mean, look at the detail in there. All those tubes and pipes, and I mean all that. That casted perfectly. Pretty much the upper torso is perfect. I mean, even the backpack. These vents are a little thin. I mean, I can see that light kind of passes through them, but they are solid. So that's awesome. Um, They're not going to stand up, is he? Nope. He's got. That's where they cut the sprues off on the bottom of his feet, so he's not going to stand up. So this is the main part of this order. Is there are 5 of these bad boys. So what I did is I ordered the rippers, which are basically these guys um, with their striker helmets, like the regular infantry armored helmets, like that. And all of these, I'm just going to look quickly. I know my reviews usually end up being like a half hour long, but there's a lot of stuff in here to get through. So there's mold lines on the sides of the legs. Um, Actually, this one came out really good. Look at that. That is really good. These armored loincloths or whatever came out really well. This just for this guy, the mold line's kind of bad on this side. Catch the shadows there. There, you can see the shadows from the mold line. Um, but there's no big bubbles. And the vents are still coming through solid. Even though they're thin, they're solid. And even these little rivet things they're coming through, which is great. So initially, I finally have to tip my hat and say it looks like Puppets War has figured it out. They have improved. Um, would I say they're on the level of my Anvil Industries stuff? No, but this is a definite improvement because these are highly detailed pieces. I mean, this isn't like the Big Mama cannon that's actually a lot of flat surfaces. I mean, there's a lot of detail here, and to only have mold lines kind of problematic on one side of one leg. These guys are awesome. Okay, I'm gonna tip my hat. I'm gonna say bravo, Puppets War. Now these hands are very detailed, and I'm interested to see. So it's like a 3-prong power claw with an inbuilt gun, which is an interesting take. So the Rippers basically come with 2 of these arms. So you end up getting, you know, 2 guns, so you can still kind of proxy a Stormbolter because you have 2 guns, one in each fist, and they obviously have the power fist. So it's a pretty good job. Very minor flashing on this one, but great job so far, man. I am so relieved because, like I said, I have been trying to sing the praises of Puppets War ever since I discovered them. And initially, I think it was the Big Mama Cannon I got first. Was good. It had some issues, and then I started ordering some other stuff, the smaller stuff, detailed stuff, and the casting quality was just frustrating the hell out of me. Um, Here's an open fist. Don't mind the dog. He's chewing on some kind of mountain goat horn or something. Um, you know, I mean that's. I'm looking at this arm right here, and I'm gonna say that's other than where the sprues clipped off, that's pretty much flawless. You can see where the mold line is, but it's. I mean, you paint that, I don't know if you could see it. I don't. That is a really good cast right there. Let me just flip through the rest of these real quick. So I ordered the Ripper. Let me pull up their website so I'm not totally screwing this up. I know I should have had this pulled up before. My videos are still very amateur. I don't know if I'll ever put the time and effort to do scripts and all that stuff. What the hell is that? No, Puppets War. I clicked on Puppets War and it's taking me to Amazon. Oh, and so now Puppets War has released the Paladins unit right, like the what? The day before. Oh shit! Oh, I just lost something. The day before my order comes in, they release a Paladin with Stormtrooper or Storm Shields and um, like fist swords, which I'll try to put a photo up for you guys. All right, let me go to Mankind. Paladins. Where's the? There's Rippers and Destroyers. Yeah, okay. So I ordered the Ripper kit, which comes with the Ripper bodies, 5 bodies, the little armored infantry helmets that come with the regular sci-fi troopers, right? And then the power fists with integrated, I'm going to call it a bolter, okay, the integrated gun arms. So I ordered that whole kit. Then what I did is I just ordered the destroyer accessories. And my plan is to build counts as Centurions. They will be small. Um, so this is the rest of the stuff here. They will be small for Centurions, but I'll have to like build up the base and um, I don't know. So what I did is I ordered a bunch of their heavy cannons. I think these are, which are all pre-drilled on 3 different sides for magnets, which is something awesome that Puppets War does. We can see there is a mold line running across the bottom and the top, but it's pretty minor. Yeah, some flash, but you know what? There's no big bubbles, and that is what has been plaguing me and miscast. You know, bubbles and just straight miscast. But you can see the detail with the shells in there came out perfect. Um, you know, so what I'm thinking is these heavy cannons somehow put them on the arms, you know, and then I can have DACA Centurions, basically shooty Centurions, um, with all these. So let's see, so there's the heavy cannons. Okay, these are awesome and pretty much perfect. I am so happy, guys, to be able to do this review and not be upset so far. I mean, look at this nuclear fusion blaster thing, dude. How awesome is this? Okay, look at the detail. It's awesome. And it's pre-drilled for magnets. Now, if you're not going to use magnets, you kind of have the problem that you have holes in your gun, but I guess you put a little green stuff in there or something. Um, but I mean, that is awesome. Look at that. I love this. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, there's our first bubble. Okay, which is on the back of the weapon right there. First bubble. First major bubble that I've seen. I'm considering the history I've had with these guys. I think we're doing really well. Really well. So I ordered, yeah. So I ordered 2 of the uh, Melt-A-Gun proxies, and then 6 of the heavy cannons, aka heavy bolters. So I could do like a full loadout of the shooty Centurions, and I can use these, I guess, as grav cannons because I don't think the options are only las cannons, heavy bolters, and then the gravity guns, grav guns. Now let's look. All right. So I also ordered, like I said, I ordered then the pieces to make destroyers out of the rippers, which is actually these are smaller pieces than I thought. So the Rippers come with these big, bulky shoulder pads, which you cannot. I mean, well, okay. The way it's designed inside, you may be able to put on a Terminator. I'm not really sure how well it would fit. I don't think it really fit the aesthetic. Um, the casting on this is it could be a little better. This edge is kind of rough. Well, let's. I think that's just flash. Yeah, I mean the edges are a little rough, but so this would go onto a here. There you go. So there's a destroyer arm, right? Or a ripper, ripper arm. Now you take the ripper shoulder pad and you take these little missile pods, and it's even designed to fit over this little spring thing. All right, so then you glue that on, and now you've got missile launchers on your destroyers or your rippers. And this is where I think they did really well. And I guess for Terminators these count as Cyclone missile launchers, but for Centurions you got those inbuilt. Um, what do you missile pod? I don't know if it's a Cyclone missile launcher, but there's some kind of missile launchers you can put in Centurions. You know, and then we can see on this one there is one of the tips of the missiles did get bubbled, so it didn't cast in. It's not pointy here. So 2 bubbles so far that actually really affected any kind of detail. Let's look at some more shoulder pads. Okay, that one's cast, but there's a bubble. Little bubble on the bottom corner. Could easily just cut that out and make it look like battle damage. Um, the problem with these shoulder pads, let's see if it's consistent. No, not really. No, they're generally pretty good. So happy to say everything so far is still pretty good. And if you didn't see these little helmets, I think they're pretty cool. Um, so these shoulder pads are good. You can add I'm going to add the missile pods. So there's a teeny bubble on the back of this one, right here. But the points came out. And I could easily just drill out that other deformed missile tip, and it would look like a fired missile. So, hey, oh, man. All right, so that's the Centurion. Well, my Centurion proxies. Hopefully, I ordered all these giant bolters, and I got to figure out how to make that work. I'm actually thinking I could make them shoulder mounted, maybe, because the way this right here almost fits. I don't know, that might look a little ridiculous. I think they would need to be some kind of backpack mount. But you see how I could put it on the shoulder pad? That's probably too much. If they had, here's the other part of, to make your guys destroyers, they have these armored faceplates, or I don't know what you want to call them. Armored, I don't know, it's like face armor. So that would go, take that out. Let's see, how does this go? Nope, other way. Bam. So now you have the guy's, basically it turns into a full environmental suit. So his head's not exposed to the elements. He's got basically a fully encapsulated, you know, environmental suit, which kind of even harkens back to the origins of Terminator armor better than the Games Workshop suits to me, because this actually looks like, as they described, Terminator armor was derived from armored suits designed to protect engineers working inside of fusion reactors, something like that. And that's what this. I mean, you put this face shield on there, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a super duper environmental suit for space, where the guy's fully enclosed in it. So let's see. Maybe I could see. There is a magnet up here, and there's a magnet on the top or slash bottom of these guns, right? So I could just give them the. I need to find a right arm, right? So I could just give them the Ripper arms, and then just magnetize, boop, plop in a big ass gun on top, and just call it twin linked. You know, it's an option. I think it might look a little silly. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if it's any sillier than anything else in 40K, to be honest. It's probably still would look better than those stupid Centurions. I don't know. Or maybe like no, because it's like, man, I need like a backpack. Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So the last bits I want to cover are these awesome. They are a little extreme for loyalists, but are the I had to get them. I've wanted them for a long time, and this order I finally had to do it. These like Iron Skull. Oh, come on, you. These Iron Skull Termos uh, pattern shoulder pads. I mean, how freaking cool are these? They're obviously, the skull is almost kind of Necron-y, but they're definitely geared towards like Iron Warriors. But as we know, my Silver Skulls are definitely display some customization and divergence from normal. Um, they're not goody two shoes Ultramarines by any means. So um, I think I can make these work. You know, and actually I may shave off some of the studs, maybe tone those down a bit to where the studs just go around the band. In fact, I think that might actually be a pretty good idea. So I might get rid of the studs on the actual skull and around and just leave these studs up here around this armored band, and that might look a little more loyalist. Maybe even shave off this lower jaw. So how many of these did I get? I think they come in 5. The casting quality on these is pretty good. I was just looking at this one, has a little flash, which kind of messed up the cast a little bit here on this side. But what I'm impressed with is that looking at these, oh, so you guys start looking at fuzzy stuff. Looking at these pads. Now I got more than 6. That doesn't make sense. Nope. Yeah, I just got. No, damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that does not make any sense. 8. There must be 10. I'm just missing something. That doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah, there's 10. Okay. I was about to say, that's an odd number. So I guess they come in sets of 10, or I ordered 10. And just looking at them, it looks like only 3. Well, okay, there's a few studs that didn't cast all the way. And there's one bubble. overall that this is the worst one out of the whole group. Okay, this is the worst one. So, um, damn it, sorry. We got a miscast tip there, which honestly, I mean, once again, that could be battle damage. You know, all this ornate armor, something's gonna break. So we got two tips that kind of failed to cast. If you can see there, one worse than the other. And we go around this side. One of the studs is a void there. And then we come around to the front, and the stud on the chin failed to cast, and then there's a little bubble on the very bottom. So this is the worst pad out of 10. Like I said, a couple of the others that have minor, very minor issues that I'm really not even concerned about. Like that stud on the very bottom there is a void, so it failed to cast. And like I said, I'm considering scraping all the studs except the shoulder band, the pad band here. I'm considering scraping all those off anyway, so um, I'm really not bothered. It's like a piece of dirt there. That was not a hole in the eye. I just wanted to blow that piece of dirt out. So, guys, I am freaking stoked, and I hope I'm still recording. Whoops. Yeah. Oh well, we're going in a half hour again, but half hour review here. But this was well worth it. I can finally wholeheartedly sing the praises of Puppets War. Um, now if you order something and it doesn't come in this good, don't blame me. All right, just contact them. And I have to say that when I have actually contacted them and said, hey, you guys forgot this or whatever, they sent me stuff. And they actually will send you more than you need. Like I was missing, I ordered one of their heavy VSE motorcycles, attack bikes or whatever, and the handlebars were missing. So I was like, hey guys, I forgot the handlebars. And they ended up sending me 3 sets of handlebars and 3 armored shields for the front of the bikes. So, if you contact them, they have good customer support. It's just, I got frustrated with some of my orders, as you know, because I feel like, you shouldn't really have to deal with that. But I have to say that I am pretty stoked about this order. There's really, especially compared to my previous issues and the trepidations I had when they finally released all this stuff. I was like, I got to do it, and I'll do it on behalf of the community because I know on Daka the thread there, news and rumors. Some people are like, well, I would order, but I'm kind of, I'm hoping somebody else will order first so that they can tell us, how good or bad the order turned out to be. And I'm just gonna say that I'm stoked. I'm satisfied. For that's I'm just stoked. I'm happy. I am pleased to death. Unfortunately, with the subscriber contest rewards needing to be painted, we probably won't see any progress on this stuff in the near future. But at least you know that it's out there. It looks awesome, and you should buy some. And you will have very different Terminators or Centurion conversions than anybody else out there, with more detail and looking more realistic, honestly, as far as these guys go. Yeah, the armored loincloth, I get it. That's kind of a turn off, but, just look at the way the armor is designed. It just looks like it could actually function, and the guy's head is placed realistically, not like somebody detached his head and then pushed it all the way to the front of the armor, like GW Terminator armor, where the head's popping out the front. You know, I'm being kind of harsh on the Terminator armor, but I still love it. I love Terminators. But these guys, oh, all right. Before we go, let's grab The Black Reach Terminator Sergeant compared to, let me get a base height. So we got, damn it. Sorry, all I have is a, and then that's the other thing, guys. Puppets War models don't come with bases, as you noticed. So let's put a head in there. Oh, shit. Come on, Eve. Cooperate. And let's put the camera down. Let's get a little bit better shot here. Just take this all the way down. Oh, damn it. Okay. So there we go. So parting shot, comparison to GW Terminator. Yeah, I think Puppets War wins this round. And I really need to finish this guy. Alright guys, Silver Skull Gamer. Till next time.